from HairMax. The problem is there are just upwards of 30 million women and 50 million men in the United States who suffer from hereditary hair loss. And if you're one of those people, or you know one of those people, you know the pain and the emotional aspect that comes with losing your hair and how it takes down your self-esteem. There are creams, there are pills, you might have tried other things. This is an at-home device that you can actually use 11 minutes 3 times a week to help bring back that hair. 6 easy payments today. Shipping and handling is absolutely free, and here's the reason why it's a hot pick. This is our last month on the air with this. 6 easy payments will go away at the end of the month. Free shipping and handling will go away, and you're not going to see it again after March. So you need to get on the phone right away and give this a try. I would love, if you've used it, for you to give me a call. Testimonials lines are open. You can reach me right now on the phones. I'd love to talk to you and see how this has helped change your life, because there's a lot of people out there who are suffering from this problem. With me right now, Randy.
It's a new name.
Randy Valicki, great to see you.
Good to see you,
Director of Clinical Research for HairMax. This has been mentioned even recently in a lot of major places. New Beauty Magazine, The Doctors, Dr. Oz, Allure Magazine, GQ. Why such buzz?
Because it works, really. I mean, honestly, and the fact that we sold 105,000 here on QVC says that it works as well. It's an FDA-cleared medical device that has been clinically tested to help regrow hair in men and women who have hereditary hair loss. Hereditary hair loss is also known as androgenetic alopecia, or the common term is called female pattern baldness or male pattern baldness. And it's the hair loss that you see every single day. I mean, 30 million women and 50 million men. So it's very prevalent.
It's the really heartbreaking kind. If you're completely bald, a lot of men out there are, this is not going to work for you. But I think that a lot of men at that point, that's something that they start to embrace. It's the people, it's you, it's your mom, it's your aunt, it's your sister, it's your brother, who start to have that patches of it. You're trying to cover it up. It makes you not want to walk out the door. You want to wear a hat. This can help you. And here's the thing. You start to see that new hair in about 16 weeks. We give you a 120-day return policy on this to really see it. And here's what you can see.
This is a great picture from our clinical research. These pictures were done by doctors. And look at this woman on the left here. See how thin her hair is? I mean, she was devastated with her hair loss. Using the HairMax as directed, you can see she has grown back.
That looks like
hair.
A different person.
She was a different person. I spoke to her before and afterwards. Beforehand, she was secluded. She didn't want to go outside. She didn't want to be part of life. If she had to go outside, she wore a hat or a scarf, or she sat up against the wall. So if you know someone who's experiencing those type of things, this is the hope that they can have. This is hope on Easy Pay is what I like to say.
It really is, and Easy Pay here is our best we do. Most generous, $65.83 with a 120-day return policy. Look at it in the men.
Works for men as well. Look how we've regrown that hair on his receding hairline. That forehead is now partially covered up. It's growing back. It's making him look like he did 5 or 10 years ago.
It really does. If you're somebody who you don't want to sit in the bleachers and watch your kids or your grandkids because you're afraid of somebody sitting behind you, you've seen pictures, you accidentally get into a picture and you see the back of your head or the front and you're like, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
You're brushing it over, you're doing everything, your creams, pills. If you're working with a doctor, you can do this in conjunction. It's FDA clear. And we give you 120 days. That's part of the reason why you buy it here at QVC. 120 days to use it. Return policy is that. 6 easy payments was the best we do. And do you see the price? It's $100 less than what you find it at retail. And this is the kind of thing that is used out there.
Oh, it is absolutely used out there. I mean, it's in some of the prestige retail stores around the country as well. But they don't offer the Easy Pay and they don't offer the 120-day money-back guarantee. When you started the show, you talked about how emotional it was for female hair loss. Earlier today, we had a call, a testimonial call in, and this woman, she bought her HairMax 3 years ago. And prior to that, she said she cried herself to sleep worrying about her hair loss. Now, after 3 years and using it for 3 years, she's got a full, thick head of hair again. And she's just as happy as can be.
If that's you, if you have a story, we'd love to talk to you. Let's talk about who it's for and how it works.
Great. Who it's for men or women with early to moderate stages of hereditary hair loss. We've got some charts that doctors use to describe what hereditary hair loss is and what early to moderate means. This is the hair loss chart for women here. We clinically tested it on the women in that gray area. So if your part is getting wider, if you can see down through your scalp, or right along the, look in the bottom right-hand corner, so many women lose their hair right around their forehead. It thins out, they get thin and wispy hair in there. The HairMax has been clinically tested to help grow that hair back. For men, it's the men in that gray area. So it's the receding hairline, it's that spot in the back, you know, the little spot back there where the men get in the top of their scalp. And you know, ladies, guys can't see that spot back there.
But you can.
You can. Check your man out. If he's starting to get thin back there, the HairMax would be great for him. Gentlemen, if you're along that bottom row, you're shiny, you haven't had hair for a long time, it's too late.
Right.
And with all medical devices, we have to clarify what skin tones it's been tested on. Very white skin tones to brown skin tones. We couldn't test it on the very, very dark or black skin tones in the clinical research because we had to count hairs.
Because you couldn't actually count the hair because you couldn't see the hairs. It doesn't say it doesn't
Exactly.
work. It's just that they couldn't count it. So that's what it was actually tested on.
Yes.
16 weeks is when you start to see that new growth. 120 days, which is more than 16 weeks, is how long you have to use it and return it if you don't love it. However, how many days are left in March? 17, 18, not even that many. That's it for this. Last month on the air. 6 easy payments goes away, free shipping and handling goes away. We likely won't have any left anyway. So now is your time to give it a try. You've been waiting. Imagine where you can be in 16 weeks. Imagine where you can be this summer. That reunion, to see the family, just to feel better, not feel as old as it might make you feel to be losing your hair. And look at this.
This is great. This is a little depiction of how much hair it can grow back. Look at the thinning areas on the left. And in the clinical research, we proved that it grew 129 new hairs per square inch on an average. So we filled in 129 new little dots to show how it fills in those thinning areas.
That's new hair. That's not making the old hair you have right now thicker. It's growing new hair.
Exactly. It's growing. Can you imagine saying that growing new hair?
I'm growing new hair.
I'm growing my hair back.
A lot of those creams and pills and stuff don't do that.
Exactly.
This is growing new hair, and this is amazing.
It works on 90% of the men and women in the clinical study. So 9 out of 10 people it worked for. And the beautiful thing about it, Kirsten,
Simple.
is look how easy it is. First of all, you don't feel anything, right? It's battery powered, so you're not tethered. You can walk around and use it, and it's as easy as brushing your scalp. You start in one spot and you hold it there. It beeps and vibrates every 4 seconds. When it does that, you move it about a ½ inch. You move it a ½ inch, you move it a ½ inch. 11 minutes, 3 times a week for up to the first 26 weeks. After that, you can go to a maintenance mode, once or twice per week.
It's simple. You can do it while you're watching TV. It's not painful. It's not invasive. You can take it on vacation with you. You're talking about 11 minutes, 3 times a week. That is it. And take a look at what you might be able to see. We've got some before and afters that show you just how good this works.
This is very, very typical of female pattern hair loss. The part gets wider, the hair gets sparse, you can see down to that scalp. You know, these women can take control. They can empower themselves to grow that hair back. And the nice thing about it is you do it at home. You don't have to get in a car and drive to a salon or a clinic and wait in line and fight the traffic and fight the weather and get a babysitter for the kids and everything else. No, you pick it up, you use it on your schedule. You can use it in the morning, in the evening. You can use it on wet hair or dry hair. It works on blondes, brunettes, redheads, curly, straight, gray hair. It doesn't matter. We have thousands, hundreds of thousands of people with success with the product.
More than 600 of these picked up on the day today. It's important that you do it now because this goes away. It's the last month we're going to see it presented on the air. There'll be no 6 easy payments. There'll be no more free shipping and handling, which is what you get right now. And you can pay for it over the next 6 months. That's the beauty of working with it here at QVC is there's no penalty to that. You just pay for it on your major credit card over the next 6 months. So she has a beautiful head of hair.
She does have a beautiful head of hair. Tracy has a beautiful head of hair. But you know, I'd like to walk over to Tracy for a second because I want to show something. Tracy has this beautiful head of blonde hair, but
And she's got fabulous shoes.
but what I want to point out here is that, ladies, do you remember when you were young? And Tracy, do you remember when you were young and how thick that ponytail was?
She's still young.
She is still young. Do you remember when you were younger and how thick that ponytail was? Well, what happens over age with hereditary hair loss is you lose hair and that ponytail gets thinner and thinner and thinner. And you really don't notice it until you do something that I call the ponytail test.
Right.
And you put your fingers around her and you see how thin that hair has become. The HairMax can help bring that hair volume back. It can help regrow that hair.
And as women, we so associate that with beauty, the luscious, big, full head of hair.
And youthfulness as well.
And youthfulness. And if you've been struggling and suffering through hair loss, you know how that can hit your confidence. Here's how it works.
Yes, it works through the process known as photobiostimulation. Photo meaning light, and bio meaning part of your body. Stimulation means it's stimulating those hair follicles to grow hair again. Look at that time lapse over 16 weeks, Kirsten, and you can see new hair growing in. We're not covering up the thin spots.
New hair.
New hair growing back
16
in.
weeks, and you get longer than that to try it out. We've extended our usual very generous return policy, which is usually 30 days. We've extended it to 120 days so you can really see the results and make sure it works for you, but use it properly. 11 minutes 3 times a week, and make sure you're the right person to use it. We'll show you those in a second as well. There is a reason why it's mentioned on Dr. Oz, The Doctors, Allure Magazine, GQ, 105,000 plus have been sold here at QVC. It's because it works, and because many people are going back and writing fabulous reviews on how well it does work.
Exactly. And, you know, we had some great testimonials earlier today. Like I said, the woman who was crying herself to sleep because it wasn't working for her. Another woman called in to purchase it for the first time, and she bought one that she and her husband were going to share, because it's so easy to share that you can buy it and multiple people in your household can use it.
Is the laser going to like run out? Does anything happen like that?
No, we use the best lasers we can find. This is designed to last for years and years and years. So sometimes with light-based devices, you have to replace the bulbs or replace some sort of cartridges. With the HairMax, you don't. It's a one-time purchase.
Let's see one more time what you could expect, and envision yourself in these pictures.
Look at how great this woman looks.
Looks like a different person.
She looks like and she acts like a different person. She acts like she's got a new lease on life again as well.
And then in the men, because there's 30 million women out there and 50 million men who are experiencing this type of hair loss.
Exactly. And with the men, you know, some men appreciate or can rock that style of, you know, going bald, shaving, wearing a baseball cap. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to fight it every step of the way, and I used HairMax to keep my hair.
More than 700 now picked up today. You're not alone. There's a lot of people out there like you, and they have found, at least 105,000 of them, that there is a solution. Give it a try. You've got 30 days to return it or love it, and you've got 6 easy payments and free shipping and handling until the end of the month, because this is the last month presented. Randy, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
It's great.
Coming up in just a few minutes, please stick around, less than 10 minutes. I know you got things to do this afternoon, but this has been so popular already. 600 already spoken for. We don't have very many. It's sold out in December. We finally got it back. First time on the air. And not a whole lot of these. I'm also going to give you my personal story behind this, because I actually designed this cross. It's based on one my mother gave me when I was a little girl, and it means so much to me. So please stick around for those few minutes, and let me share that with you. We also have coming up Lori Grenier. We just had all these celebrities today. We had Marie Osmond. Now we've got Lori Grenier. I've got this at home too. My daughters love these as well. Look at that, $22, and it's going to keep your gold and silver, all that, from tarnishing for 9 years plus. Customer top rated, and it's beautiful. But first, we're going to do some cleaning. We're going to do some cleaning with my friend David and Diana.
We are back to do a little cleaning on the Saturday morning queue, and I could watch Diana Irvine clean all day.